So we showed off Sagiri and that went pretty well. But now it's time for the MC, Mr. Gabimaru. An absolute gentleman, so of course he let the lady go first. But I think he's waited long enough. It's time to see how crazy Gabimaru is in terms of the damage, see how well he's able to function as just a regular crit buffer, and see how he tackles some of the toughest content in the game. And I'm going into this, I would say, with some high hopes, especially in the nuking department. I feel like I'm not going to be disappointed whatsoever. So Gabimaru has 3 different passives. He has Poison Resist level 9, he has Evasion Rate level 2, and the Hollow. The Hollow is the main one here that you really want to be paying attention to. This is unique passive, and this gives him 30% more crit, or super crit, let me say, when his HP is 90% or more. As for his skill, he's able to give himself 30 arc gauge. If he's not afflicted by a stats element, he will get an additional 30, so 60 in total. His art buffs up his own art gauge by 50 and gives you a 100% chance of burning the enemy. His true art buffs up everybody's crit rate by 100% and all fire units damage by 150%. As for the super art, you get 100% crit rate plus 30% super crit. Don't forget though, if he's above 90% HP, he's going to have an additional 30%. So technically, if you're at full HP or 90% or more, you'll be having 60% super crit rate during the super art. As for his slots, he has a 5-star physical, 5-star magic, and a 4-star support. If you take him up to LB7, he has something. I'll put it on screen, I forgot. As for the best in slot in terms of equipment here, if you're going to be nuking with him, you're going to be wanting to rock stuff that gives him a lot of damage or burst archgen. If you're sustaining though, 5-star physical will be more so something like True Izanagi or something else to just help his archgening a little bit more. I would say you can be a little greedy though and kind of do a little bit more damage on Gabimaru because that's his main focus. 5-star magic, I think for both nuking and for sustaining, True Exceeds is one of the best slots in the entire game. And then for the 4-star support, if you're nuking, anything that's going to be giving your team or yourself a lot of archgen would be great, or something that's just going to be giving you more damage. I like going the long-eared crown. This is from the Charlotte event. This gives art gauge to the whole team while also giving Gabimaru a arch damage buff. And as for the crest on this character, art gauge up is a must. This is a character that wants to be as quick as possible in a lot of the nukes, so having the art gauge up is insanely valuable on him. Also, attack up is very good too, just makes him hit even harder. And then as for the last 2 that I could really recommend, you could go with something like Promise of the Funeral God to buff up his damage even more, or even go with crit damage up to make him hit even harder. And here he is in game, ladies and gentlemen. The attack skill, love the dash across screen, love just how fast it is, just boom, right there. Love it a lot. I really like that. The after image, oh, it looks so good. We have his skill here, which is where he like breathes fire, then shoots it out. We have his art here, which is another dash across the screen, then he kicks a bunch of different fire. I really just love this like instant fade animation he has, and he just dashes for it. It looks so nice. The true art is just a long beam of fire, and in the super art here, he puts on the mask, does a combo attack, and then I think he like just erupts. Yeah, he does. Now, from what I know, a lot of you guys were saying that whenever he does the ending part here, he actually grabs onto the boss, because from what I understand, this is what he does in the show too. He'll like grab onto whoever he's fighting and then kind of just like blow them up. So that's pretty cool. I didn't really pay attention to see if like he does that in game too, but if it does, that's a really nice detail. But I really like just, I don't know, I feel like Gabimaru has the sauce, man. I love how fast he is. I love the animations. The skill is definitely not all that. The art is very cool. Anything that has this dash right here, I just love so much. The true art, you know, kind of, it's okay. It's not like too crazy. I love the fire effects though. I like how they actually kind of changed it to kind of match how his fire looks, because it's kind of more of that purplish, reddish type of glow. So with Gabimaru, I would say he's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. I really love his animations. So first things first, we gotta see the nuke. This is the nuke team that I kind of came up with here. As you see, we have the Gabimaru, the Draken, the Ainz, and the Forte. As you see, these are the equips. This is what we're rocking here. Really focusing on a lot of physical resist down, a little bit of damage ups, and overall just making sure we have enough archgen. There are probably better options here apart from just Ainz, but if I can use Ainz, I'm gonna use them every single time. I love this character. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna be popping off with everything. Let's kind of hold this. Let's see the super arts. Okay, we have them all. We're gonna pop this, 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 and then this. And then as you see, Gabimaru's probably just gonna instantly kill. Look at the health bar. But let's see if we can see the super crits. Yeah, there is just constant, right? It's so crazy. 60% super crit rate is dummy broken. Who would have thought? As you see, 8.4 million with Gabimaru. Jesus. And you can see that he's kind of just going to do this in pretty much all pieces of content. As you see, this is against Odious, and, you know, we already know how this is going to go. We only have Gabimaru critting on this team, by the way. There's no one else that's going to be critting. But let's see the damage here. We're going to pop this, pop that, and that. And you best believe Odious is going to fold like some paper. Jeez, 4+? Oh, come on now. As you see, 2.1 million. Dude, he does so much damage so quickly. I think that's the thing that I love about him. They knew what they were doing whenever they designed this character. They really did. They knew what type of nuker they were trying to make. Of course, we can show him up against the Special EX Hyper as well, but this is going to be the same thing. Also, he's even stronger in this fight because I think the boss takes more damage from fire and earth units. So you already know how this is going to go. As you see, we have the super art, so everybody pop off. And yeah, this boss is dead instantly. Poor Kisaragi getting absolutely bodied by Gabimaru. So the damage charts, 5.1 million, like it's nothing, bro. It's time to go fight Emmy. And we're going to be trying this with a sustained comp. This is the sustained comp we went with. As you see, we have the Gabimaru, the Ainz, the Shiro, and of course the boy Haruto. We always gotta have the boy Haruto in the comp if we can have him. And this team, you know, very self-explanatory what we're doing here. Just trying to survive as long as we can. Let Gabimaru pop off with the crits and all that, and hoping that we can survive and not die. Dying is never good in this game, you know? Try to use our true art again to make sure everybody has the crit buffs and all that, and the crit rate. Also, wait, talking about that too. How long does the crit buff last? 30 seconds. Okay. And so far, so good. I mean, you know, this is against a pretty easy type of fight. It's been a long time since Emmy was a difficult fight. As you see, we're just going through this like it's nothing. And hopefully Ainz doesn't die here. I mean, I do have a revive on him, I think, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. And as you see right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Emmy. And that was a very fast clear, very fast run, and went relatively smooth. Through the damage charts, Gabimaru again was 6 million. Now, it has been a few days since we last recorded this video. Only been a few seconds for you guys, but I had to wait a little bit for this one to come out. And the reason why is because I wanted to take on stage 5 of Earth Summoner's Road. This stage is somewhat difficult. It's not too bad. And this boss has, you know, some mechanics here and there, but I want to see if Gabimaru can actually take him out and clear it, no problem whatsoever. The team we're going to be using for this clear, or attempting to clear, let me say, will be Gabimaru, Haruto, Mako, and Draken. Pretty standard team comp, to be honest. I feel like everybody usually always goes with a Mako Haruto comp, or you're going with the Fire Orville and Ren comp. And yeah, in terms of like just how this stage kind of operates, really we can't use Gabimaru to the fullest till we're in the final stage. Just because these Karoks you see on screen are actually immune to critical damage, so that means that Gabi is kind of not the greatest if he pops his true art and makes everyone able to crit. We'll be here for quite a while at that point. But in the meantime, we can just spam his art until we eventually get there. And also, I know some people may be like, why didn't you go with Keratos here? Because this boss actually can afflict you with paralysis. And the reason I didn't go with Keratos is because I've tried a similar team comp, or this team comp, let me say, before, and my dragon kept dying. And I feel like with Fina Devil Wings, it's going to allow my team to stay alive a lot longer than not. So as you see here, we have the Karoks again, so we still have to deal with them, but it's not as bad because now we just have to kill the boss. We don't have to worry about the Karoks too much. The Karoks are able to inflict us with, I think it's disease, if I'm not mistaken, so it does prevent us from healing. But we're gonna wait till we get to the first threshold here to pop our support equips, and there we go. There's all of our support equips. Gonna wait a second for this guy to come back up, and there he is. He's came back up now. We're gonna pop this. We're gonna use Harusame to give us that crazy arch-gen, and then also pop the other healing item. And look at that, we are vibing in terms of the healing. Yeah, you see that stomp attack? That's where you want to use the newest beach outfit if you have it, because that is what paralyzes you. Every time you see that stomp, make sure you got the nudist beach uniform out. This is where stuff gets a little bit dangerous, just because we have to reset our arch-gen, and we're kind of like restarting from 0 in the middle of the fight. And as you see, Draken always takes just so much damage. But we're going to try to get back into our true arch so we can hopefully heal everyone back up. And then Draken is actually, yeah, we're fine, I think. Main thing here is hoping that we don't like get got by any other thing, because yeah, there we go. So now our arch-gen will not be depleted at all, but we have to worry about dying pretty much, which is, you know, a constant here, which I think we are going to be okay. I hope, at least. We're going to pop our art here, and then I hope Draken doesn't die, but Draken might die. And then, oh my god, everybody died? No shot, bucko. How did everyone die? I don't even know what happened. I've never had that happen before. Every single time I've done this, I've never had that happen. Allies attack down. Maybe that's what's doing it. It's the attack down. Absolutely. That is 100% the reason why we are not dealing any damage. Because usually I do this with, I can't think of his name right now, Batiste. And Batiste gives himself 100% attack up. So the damage or the attack down isn't that noticeable. But yeah, that's absolutely what's happening. It's just the massive attack down that's just screwing us really hard. So we're going to try this one last time. This time around, we're using some attack up buffs here. Unfortunately, Excalibur and the 5-star support from Jobless Reincarnation does not stack with each other. But we're mainly doing it so I can guarantee I have at least one attack buff at the very end of this fight. As long as we do that, we should be a-okay. We're going to pop the super art again with this man Gabimaru. And then, do we kill? We don't kill, but we're going to be able to kill probably after all these true arts go off. I'm going to use my true art here. It may be like a mistake, because no, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be fine. Only reason why is because now we don't get to kill like the dark Karoks, which means that we are able to get afflicted by disease if, you know, that happens. Here we go again. He's going to climb back down. We got the healing and the archgen going though pretty much on both of our healers as soon as that happens. So we have like a fresh buff up. We're going to get stunned here. We're going to pop the Fina Devil Wings just to try to like mitigate some of that damage. Then let's see what happens at this next threshold, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There's the massive attack down on everybody. We're going to be trying to get back into our super arts ASAP. Hopefully Draken can get out of his whatever he's in. Draken's actually stunned for days. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're going to pop this, and this. And then we're going to go in with that. And then hopefully that might be enough. Okay. We are seeing some improvements in damage. That's what matters. There we go. Yes, sir. Yeah. So you just need to bring like an attack buff like Excalibur or the 5-star support from Jobless Reincarnation, and then you're able to clear that no problem whatsoever with Gabimaru. So yeah, that was pretty good. Overall, Gabby's not a bad character. He's actually really freaking strong. Like, I really enjoy this unit. I've used him a lot. Like, if you see here in my runs, I've already cleared like almost 600 quests with him, which is, I know for some people not a lot, but for me to play the game that much with the character, that is quite a bit. Because I mainly don't grind outside of like recording videos, but I did grind quite a bit with this guy, trying to get even like 4+ on him because I just wanted to. I thought it was so cool. The main issues that I see with Gabimaru is that, at least in the long term, he doesn't offer really anything to the team apart from the crit rate and the fire units damage buff, which is beneficial, but in the grand scheme of things, it might not be as good as we think, because a lot of characters nowadays, especially attackers, if they are critical damage attackers, they're going to have built-in crit already. Either they're going to get 100% crit rate whenever they use their super arts, or they're going to just have like 100% crit rate while they're above a certain HP percentage. So having 100% crit rate to everybody isn't always needed anymore. However, the fire units damage is possible that it's going to be useful in a multitude of different compositions. In terms of his main appeal, which is definitely his super art, and this is great, you know, just for nuking and just dealing crazy amounts of DPS. The question is like, how long will he last as being like just a titan in this damage dealing department? Since we're going to be having a lot of characters coming out in the next few months that may just overthrow him, especially whenever we get more and more crossovers, it's very likely that he kind of just fizzles out as being this damage dealer. But at the same time, I also want to say that I kind of don't see it, because the thing about Gabimaru that's really nice is how fast his animations actually are. Like, his super art is very quick. I mean, it takes a little bit to start up. As you see, he has to put on the mask and then he goes, but I want to say it's kind of like maybe around the same time frame, or maybe a little bit faster than like a Simon loading his Phantom Bullet. So maybe, you know, that will make him age a little bit better just because he's a little bit faster than other nukers. Gabimaru, great character. Love him. I really wouldn't want them to do like the MC of Hell's Paradise any other way. He's just great. I don't know what else to say. He's not bad. He's not like super broken. He's just an extremely strong nuker attacker. Great character all around. Really like what they did with him. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video, man. Thank you all for coming out. It's been your boy P. If you enjoyed this video, have remember to check out either one of the videos popping on the screen right now. Great content. Guarantee you'll love them. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to drink water.